Hey everybody. I want to talk about two more details related to benefit cost analysis that you need to know. The first is about the useful lifetime and the planning horizon. With benefit cost analysis, we're usually talking about public sector projects that are run by government agencies or organizations. Oftentimes, they have an arbitrary planning horizon that's set by regulatory statute. Um, and so the useful lifetime may not always coincide with the planning horizon that they use. If that's the case, then it may be unclear exactly what the market value of a project is. So you remember in the formula for the benefit cost ratio, we have the market value in there, and it says that it's the market value at the end of the useful project life. But that's just your default assumption if you're not told what the planning horizon should be. If that's the case, then go with the project life. That should be stated. But if you're given a planning horizon, then you need to know what the market value of the project is over time. And in some cases, that could be a situation where you fall back on depreciation and calculate what the book value is over time, and then take the book value at the end of the planning horizon. In other cases, you may not really have a market value for these kinds of projects. If you think about a road, for example, what's the government going to do? Are they going to sell the road after 10 years? They just have a certain planning horizon that they use, and that's the cutoff point where they stop counting benefits when they do a benefit cost analysis. So that's how you would deal with that when we're thinking about evaluating single projects. If we're thinking about comparing multiple projects, then we still have this potential issue of having different unequal project lifetimes. If that's the case, then typically what we would do in public sector projects like this is that we would assume that projects are repeatable. And so in that case, it's easier, and you would generally use the annual worth of the project in order to calculate your benefit cost ratio. That would also mean that you would use the annual values for those costs and benefits when you're calculating the incremental benefit cost ratio. The other thing that I want to talk about a little bit is how to deal with disbenefits. We've mentioned that some projects could have negative impacts that are non-monetary that we call disbenefits. But this equation that gives us the conventional benefit cost ratio doesn't really say how to deal with that. And so there's a question of whether or not you should include disbenefits as a reduction in the benefits that goes into the numerator, or if you're thinking about disbenefits as being a cost associated with the project, since it's a negative impact, and then lumping that into the denominator. Because we're thinking about disbenefits as being a non-monetary impact that we assign some sort of a monetary worth to, it's not really appropriate to lump it in with the costs, because the costs of the project typically are the actual monetary cost associated with implementing it. We think about disbenefits as being a non-monetary impact that reduces the value of the benefits. And so the conventional benefit cost ratio that we're going to use in this class treats disbenefits by reducing the benefits in the numerator. And so you can see here we've got a conventional benefit cost ratio that accounts for the possibility of having disbenefits by subtracting them off in the numerator, and then that's the only change. Okay, that really covers everything that you need to know about benefit cost analysis. If you have any questions, things that are unclear, either based on this material or from other videos, feel free to leave it as a comment to this video and I'll respond. Potentially I could make another video to answer your question if it's something that is going to require some detail, but otherwise I could respond as a comment as well. Hopefully this is helpful to you, and good luck with the homework. It'll be released next week and due on April 8th. Thanks.